American white pelicans are big, and they're big on Utah. In fact, one of their largest breeding colonies is on Great Salt Lake's Gunnison Island. Meanwhile, both Salt Lake City International Airport and Provo Airport are on Lake Shore, which pelicans and many other birds are a big fan of.
Utah's a really interesting stop. There's multiple flyways that birds travel along during their migrations, and Utah kind of falls in between two of them. And then we also have the Great Salt Lake, which is a critical stopover for a lot of these birds on their migratory journeys. So we're just in a really key position with really key resources in our state.
Birds and airplanes don't mix. Since 1990, they've caused about $22 million in damage to aircraft at the Provo and Salt Lake City airports, which are our two busiest in the state, which means that staff at both those airports are on a 24/7 fight to secure the skies so that people, pelicans, and all the other birds can fly safely.
About 1/3 of pelican strikes reported to the Federal Aviation Administration since 1990 occurred at Salt Lake City Airport, and the costliest strike was in 2021, when a plane carrying the Utah Jazz had to perform an emergency landing after hitting one of the birds.
Virginia's hawks have accounted for nearly $3.3 million in damages at these airports, and while the Tracy aviary doesn't have any of that particular hawk, they do have a red-tailed hawk, which are the bird that's caused the third most amount of damage since 1990, which is about $1.5 million.
The hawks vary in size across different species, but a lot of them can be very large, kind of solid types of birds with a lot of muscle for flying and soaring.
As the Provo Airport and Salt Lake City Airport have grown, so have bird strikes. So airport staff have stepped up their game, making adjustments so the airfield isn't as attractive for birds and relocating the ones that frequent the area. They also haze the birds with pyrotechnic guns that shoot off loud blasts up to 1,000 feet in the air to scare the birds away.
But birds will always be attracted to the Great Salt Lake because it's their ancestral homelands. They come here every year. So the battle for clear skies over these airports is going to continue.